1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
Hey everybody in YouTube land, it's your friend ECW fan, the collector, and it's time for our latest comic book finds volume. And this volume has been a long time coming. This is like the late summer, early fall. Anyhow, I got a couple issues from Mile High at the end of this. Eddie's probably been waiting to see what I was going to pick up, and I've got some other books that I got from Corey's shop over the summer before he went on his hiatus. And I picked up some decent stuff from Corey's shop. And there's one shop here I picked up an issue, and I'll probably not get no more from there, but I'll tell you about it. So let's go ahead and start this off. Let's start the pickups. I picked up from Corey's shop, I picked up G.I. Joe number 139, or 138. And this book is pretty much where the title is starting to limp to its conclusion. 17 issues later, the book would end. G.I. Joe was one of those long licensed books that Marvel put out, and it's amazing that the run it got, because by the time this book was out, the TV show was done, the cartoon show was done, the toy line was starting to end, and basically Marvel just kept the license running, and finally it ended. And it's kind of cool that Skybound is keeping the original numbering and let Larry Hama keep going. I think it's going to be past issue 301 now. That's amazing to see that long-running title like that with G.I. Joe. It's pretty cool. Moving on, I picked up John Constantine Hellblazer number 139, which is really weird. 138 and then 139 Hellblazer. I didn't really notice that until now. That's pretty nice. That's pretty neat. But I'm collecting this title. There's 300 issues titled the original Hellblazer. I am trying my darndest to get this book, get this run complete for nothing, because I looked at Mile High when I was ordering, and they still want freaking so many dollars an issue for issues that really, hopefully I can find for cheap, because I don't mind paying $1.50 just to collect the issues that I need. But I will eventually get that 300 issue run of the Vertigo Hellblazer. Now, moving on, I picked up from Archie Comics, I picked up Zen, Intergalactic Ninja. Now, I didn't know this. I must have, never saw the ads or anything, but this is actually based on a toy line, Zen Intergalactic Ninja. And then on the back, it's from 1991. There's the toy line. Yeah, that's weird, ain't it? And this number 1 come out in September, so the toy line must have been hitting just right about then. Old Zen. I got it because it looked like there was a Ninja Turtle in it. Another one I picked up, and I was trying to hedge my bets here, because I was trying to, get the first appearance of Necron. And I was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and get issue 3 of Green Lantern Corps. And this is Tales of the Green Lantern Corps with Alan Moore. This is number 3 from Corey's shop. I got to put a bag and board. And it's never too bad to not to pick up an extra first appearance if you can find it for cheap. I picked up DC Comics Presents number 12 with Superman and Mr. Miracle, which is a nice cover. This one is a title that I'd like to collect and finish eventually one day, just like Hellblazer. I like to finish runs of books, because that would be kind of cool. This was the Superman team-up title in the 80s. Batman had Brave and the Bold. Superman had DC Comics Presents. And I've got all the unique team-ups. I've got all the first appearance of the team-ups that's in there. Speaking of Superman, I picked up Under a Yellow Sun by Clark Kent, where Superman was kicking ass, as Clark Kent under a yellow sun. There he goes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Superman kicking ass. Now, these next 3 issues, I was trying to find the whole series, and I looked in Corey's boxes, and I was trying to find 4, 5, and 6 of this, but I found Frank Miller's Ronin, number 1, Frank Miller's Ronin, number 2, and Frank Miller's Ronin, number 3. And this was the first, I think, the real first DC Prestige Maxi series. And, you can tell it's Frank Miller's art. This was him, right at his peak when he was doing Daredevil and all that stuff. And a lot of people's been giving Frank Miller hell recently over his art. Well, the guy's old now, and he's older, and he's been sick, and he's been trying, he's trying. He's not the guy that did this back in his heyday. And, I always heard this was a good series, so I want to go ahead and try to find the other 3 issues. So, eventually I will. I'll find 4, 5, and 6. So that was all from Corey's shop right there. That was all the issues from Corey's shop, except the last one that you'll see in this pickups video. But now I went to another shop, and this shop is one that I didn't realize they had books there. And I walked in, and the books was over on the side. And I was sitting there, I started to look through them, and I was like, man, these books are priced high, man. These books are priced insane. There's some insane issue prices for books in the 90s and 2000s, And even the 2010s, the books were marked up high. And these were books that, filler issues. As an example, maybe Superman number 47. With nothing important from the 1990s. That book was like, it would probably be priced about $4 or $5 in there. So I'm like, okay. So he pulled me out some boxes. I went through one, and I put a couple issues back because he had some, Moon Knight, original, or was it? No, it wasn't Moon Knight, shit. Werewolf by Night. And they was in the 10s, I think it was. And he was wanting like $6 to $8 a piece for him. I'm like, man. And the books wasn't in that good of shape. So finally, he pulled out. I pulled out this one, and I paid a little bit over what I should have. I just wanted to get it. It was Dark Nights. It was the Dark Days, the casting, Prelude to Metal, because it has some cameos and first appearances of the Dark Knight characters. And I went ahead and bought them. And I was like, man, why did I buy it? I could have found it cheaper probably. But I went ahead and, since he put all the effort in to look up boxes, but I was sitting there thinking to myself, this is way overpriced. And he had all these boxes of books, and I was like, and I was nice, I said, well, there's stores that have sales, they try to sell the books out. And I brought up Beholder's Eye from years ago. And they would have sales. And I think the guy wasn't receptive to that. He was like, I don't think he really is receptive to doing that. He's just going to sit on these books. So, it is what it is. You just, you can only do what you can do. Anyhow, nice little cameos and first appearances there. Now, moving on, I picked up the second appearance of a character, and I got this off a guy in town. He has a local sale post, and he put this book up, and I was like, it's showcase number 67, Beyond a Beast. And I was like, is this the first appearance of Beyond a Beast? And I looked it up real quick. And I sent him, it's in really great condition, man. Great condition for as old as it is. So I sent him a PM, and he's like, and it was the second appearance. And I a couple bucks, and he's like, yeah. So we made out, and I bought the book from him. I asked him if he got more books like this, and he said no. He had some more newer books, but if he had more books like this, I probably would have bought more of them. But I like that second appearance of Beyond a Beast. That was pretty nice. Now, the next 4 books came from Mile High. Yep. Eddie, if you're watching, you're finally going to get to see the Mile High pickups now. And I only ordered 4 books because I was wanting to test it out. I was like, because sometimes Mile High won't have an issue, I think, and they'll send you the wrong ones. And Eddie's had him so many times send him the wrong issue, and he's had to call him back, and they send him the right one. But anyhow, I made this easy. So, one of the first ones I picked up, and this was a nice one. It is Batman number 215. Batman number 215. I got Batman number 201. And he was having a 60 or 65% off sale. So I was able to go in and get these really cheap. And I went ahead and done it because there's one at the end here that I'm going to show you that was one of the reasons I done it. And I was debating on another issue too. I got Batman number 210. This is the first appearance of Catwoman's new costume that's short-lived that she had. This feels in a row. Yeah, there was a couple issues of Batman I debated on getting, and this was one of them. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get this one. There's an issue in the 170s I needed to get, and I was like, I'm going to hold off for now. I'm going to get this one. And basically I needed 14 or 15 issues to get the whole run from 150 to current, or 2022. I'm up to 2022, early 2022, so I need that whole run to complete to that. I mean, and this would probably put me back in the mid 60s. You know, once I get those 15 issues, I'll be back in the mid to early 60s. So, yeah, that's 30 plus years of collecting, folks, just to get a run of Batman that long. It's taken me a long time, but the hunt is always worth it. The hunt, the proud hunter, is always out there. Anyhow, speaking of the Last Mile High book, and Larry had this issue, and his book was a little bit too expensive for my taste. This is Avengers number 144, and this is the first Patsy Ramsey Hellcat when she joins the Avengers. This is when she joins them. Well, in Larry's shop, I think he had a price for $40, and I was like, whoa, it's a little bit too hot for my blood, a little bit too high for my blood. So I held off, and I'm glad I did, because I found this one, I mean, like I said, these all averaged very well. Very cheap. So yeah, this gives me a nice run of Avengers. I was debating on just going through and getting the rest of the Avengers run. I needed all the way down to 100. I was debating on that. I said, should I do that, or should I hold off? I better hold off for now. I better wait and see if I get these 4 books in. And because there's always next time. And the books I need is not really valuable books. My book, because I've got almost all the keys in the 100s on up, like the first Taskmaster, the first Hellcat now, and stuff like that. So I'm pretty well good. I got the Thanos issues of Avengers back before they jacked up crazy. So, but the last issue I picked up, and this was a key first appearance, and this one used to be a hot book at one time, and it probably can be again. You know, if they use this character again in Green Lantern. It is Tales of the Green Lantern Corps number 2, the first appearance of Necron. Yeah, got this from Corey's shop, and I saw it in there, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. So, yeah. But that's my pickups from this past summer. It was a really nice summer of pickups. Eventually, I'm going to do more issues eventually, hopefully. Maybe in 2024, I'll do more issues, and I'll try to do more pickup videos and try to find more comics I need. Like I said, I'm after comic book runs now. And the comic book runs I need aren't expensive. I mean, I've got almost every key issue of Batman I need. I've got a lot of the keys that So, I'd like to finish my X-Men, the first volume, because I think I need like 50-some issues in issue. I know I'll never get issue number 1. It would be a miracle. It'd be like trying to find some old person to give me the issue like she did, like that old lady did with Daredevil back years ago. I will need X-Men all the X-Men issues from 1 to 66. That would be kind of cool. But yeah. Eventually, I like to fill that in, because I've got the X-Men from 94 all the way to 544. So that's one of my favorite runs. But yeah, it is what it is. I got some good books here. I want to thank you for liking and subbing the channel. Until next time, hit your local comic book shop. You might find your first appearance of Necron, baby.